Hi, welcome to my allotment update. It's mid-March and signs of spring are everywhere. As I mentioned last time, my newts are back, or not my newts, the newts are back, which is lovely to see. I even saw a tiny newt, about 10 centimetres long, which was really sweet. So mainly what I've been doing since the last update is I've sown some green manure onto these beds that I'll be using for my crops. These are going to be my greens. I've sown some mustard seed on here, and when my seedlings are big enough to come out, I'll leave a few mustards in here because I love eating them. They're a really good green, really good dependable green for salads or for cooking. And I can find signs of germination on this bed, so that makes me happy. I've decided at some point to change my little shelter here. It's too low. It's too low and people bang their heads on it, which isn't any good. So I'm going to be trying to increase it by one width of a 5-foot pallet. I've been somebody knows I want them and he's going to text me when they drop them off at the allotment next time. And these slabs will be to increase the slab area here, so I'll need another 9 slabs, and that'll make it a much more useful place to sit and a place to store things, because at the moment I've got too many boxes of stuff everywhere and it's annoying. So can you see where the canes are here? So it's going to be coming out to over there, which is why I have put this pallet plank in the bed. It's to show me that I need to move the bed over, so they're going to be 2 staggered beds. And I have a wormery from a really good community interest company in Nottingham, which sells and makes and sells kits for wormeries that use old wheelie bins. That should be rat proof, so I'll be putting them in this, putting one in the corner when I move it all over, moving all those bricks and everything that are in that corner there. So I'll be putting my wormery and my water butt a little bit further along, which means that this space here is where I need to be able to walk past it all. It shouldn't affect my dead hedge. That gets covered in nasturtiums in the summer, which is absolutely wonderful because they're great for pollinators. They're very pretty to look at. They climb everywhere, cover spaces really effectively, and they're good to eat. So it's a win-win. So I've sown some wildflower seeds in drifts along here into this perennial bed, so we'll just have to see what comes up. All the plants I put in are still alive. We had a really heavy frost last night. Unfortunately I lost a few seedlings that were in my mini polytunnel so it just shows how cold it was last night. This is a mysterious plant which I dug up from where I had flowers before, and I don't know what it is, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. So all along this hedge here, I've been digging out ground elder. I've got most of it out, and ivy, and I've sown some wildflower seeds along here as well. So I've got this campion coming up from last year, and I've got these lovely daisies. So I've carried on along here digging out all the perennial weeds. It's fantastic soil, and I've sown some wildflower seeds along here, some of which are germinating. I can see a dock there, but I'm going to leave it for now. And this bit here where I'm going to be putting my beans, I'm going to be putting my beans in this area here. I have replanted, when I've been digging, there's been lots of mint in here. So when I dig it up, I've just been replanting it in this area around here because I want to keep rats away, and I like having lots of different mints to eat, both as a tea and in salads. So my friend come and he's kind of chopped down the most sticky arty bits that he chopped off before, so hopefully that will make it a bit easier to walk along here now. And we've also replanted some horseradish and some clover, so we'll get this all covered in stuff that we could use for salads, and also hopefully keep the rats away or dissuade them from coming too close to us when we're eating here, which I don't know how possible that is. But I've also been digging out lots and lots of really big bits of glass and plastics, so this is the last bit of my allotment that I haven't actually dug over. I actually had about 2 skipfuls of stuff that I had to dig out my plot when I first got it. It was really badly treated in the past. So here I'm resiting my bath. We're going to dig it in a bit deeper, and it's going to be coming out a little bit more from the hedge because I have a plan for installing my solar showers, so that when I fill the bath up in the morning with water from the tap, and I cover it with a net, and then when it warms up, I can top the water up with some warm water from the shower, because otherwise it's too cold for me. So this is what we're doing at the moment. My friend came down yesterday and we started digging this out. So the plan is to dig about 2 foot deep, and that's when the clay starts. Fill the bottom with hardcore rubble, and then level these 2 stones on top of it to put the bath on. And I already have all the gubbins for the drain, and I have a plug as well, obviously. So that should help the water drain away quite easily, and it will be watering all underneath, quite deep underground, I think, well, about 2 foot under, so it will really hopefully spread around the mint area in places that need the extra water. I don't know if that made much sense. So the bulbs are looking lovely. The snowdrops are finished. These daffodils are looking gorgeous, they're just all coming out. And that messy rubbish pile there is all the weeds that I've been digging out. I've been drying them out and then chucking them on there. Hopefully they'll just slowly compost down and feed this lovely holly tree. So my Jacob's ladder's coming back, and these bluebells, and the periwinkle is coming up everywhere, and I even have some lesser celandine, which is just, there we go, in the middle there with that variegated leaf, lesser celandine, and I have some campion coming up everywhere around here. So it's quite a nice little woodland area there. I'm not sure what's happening with these pots just yet. I've actually lost the thyme that I had in a bed, so I'm really glad I pulled this one out in the autumn before it got really wet and claggy. And these are my spare lavender plants. I think I've lost that rosemary. I'm finding it very difficult to get rosemary going at the moment. I'll have to get some more cuttings of friends because I really love having rosemary. This comfrey, it's a small comfrey. This is usually one of the first flowers in the early spring, and they're just starting to flower now. That's lovely for early pollinators. This blueberry is just starting to bud. This one is a little bit ahead. I think it's a more vigorous one, a more vigorous kind. I think it's called a cosmos or something. I replanted my chives. All this is coming along nicely. Waiting for the lungwort to flower. I've seen lungwort in gardens nearby already flowering. Oh, there's a big lovely flower coming. Oh, that won't be long. But it's quite cold here, it's a bit of a frost pocket. This woodruff seems to have colonised this little area here. I'm really happy about that. They're beautiful little flowers and really lovely, good for the soil. The blackcurrant that I trimmed and I put the sticks in the ground seem to have struck. So I'll be filling in all the gaps in my hedges with probably with them. Oops, and I'll show you something really sad. Like I mentioned before, we had a really heavy frost last night, and I've lost some peppers, and I've lost some tomatoes. So that's a bit sad. I'm really glad I did put them all on, even the scraggly small ones, because at least I haven't lost them all. So it was the ones on the outside of the trays that were hit the hardest. I haven't lost them all, luckily. I just brought them out in a panic to try and see what was happening, and then I realised they were frosted. Apparently it bursts the cell walls. There's chemicals that proper frost hardy plants have, which non-frosty plants don't have. So this is my path that I'm going to be digging in. Well, I don't mean digging in, I mean like I need to set them into the lawn. I think that's quite a nicely spaced. And here I'm going to be increasing this bed, making this bed bigger, more flowers and possibly edible crops, like edible flowers and stuff. Flowers and things that you can use. So yeah, that's kind of bringing you up to date on what I've been doing on my plot. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this inspires you to get out, explore your local area, say hello to your neighbours, yeah, and just enjoy sunny days when we have them. Cheers.